A very good morning to all of you and welcome to the session. The Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Let us start the session with today's headlines on the front page. Here we see a small news item snippet which says Congress and UP may announce tie up today. Tie up, a phrasal verb, can be used as a noun. Then we have Venezuela's opposition leader leaves for Spain. Here there's something very important. Usually people say he left to Bombay, he left to Hyderabad. Here we cannot use a preposition to, we have to use a preposition for. He has left for Delhi or he has left for Hyderabad. This is an important one. Then we have BJP asks Brij Bhushan to maintain silence. Silence can be a noun, can be a verb, and the adjective form is silent, and the adverbial form is silently. When you learn English, when you learn vocabulary, you have to know all the word forms because in bank exams and SSC, they ask questions based on word forms. Next, we have the vulnerability of live-in couples. Today, you all know impact of Western culture. We have live-in relationship, live-in couples. The vulnerability. The word vulnerable means exposed to danger, or you can also say to be in a weak situation where someone can exploit or someone can take advantage. Am I audible? Who is this? Please respond. Then we have Navdeep bags gold. India wins 29 medals. Let us go to the main headline. What do we have here? Byron calls for targeted move on militant camps. Call for is a phrasal verb. It means to demand. One of the meanings. On the left, we have a snippet. Sri Lankan Navy nabs 14 fishermen. Nab means it is a verb. It means to catch someone. Usually it goes with police. Thank you very much. It goes with police. Nab the thief, nab the criminals. Then we have center to rank women's hostels. There's nothing to learn, but there's an error here. Tell me what is wrong. I'm rather surprised. When we say women's hostels, we are talking about women's uh, but women singular, women plural. So there is no error as such. But the same thing if you convert to girls' hostel, girls plural noun, then apostrophe should be after the letter S. But women singular, women plural. So after women, apostrophe S, nothing wrong with that. Coming to statistics panel dissolved amid dissent over census. Panel. There is one important word here, statistics. Why is it important? Usually, when it comes to nouns, number, we have about six rules. One of the rules, some nouns are always in the plural form, but take a singular verb. Examples we give news and subjects like linguistics, mathematics, physics, economics, statistics, and diseases like measles, mumps, rickets. Here, statistics. Economics and statistics very important because these can be used as subjects. At the same time, they have other meanings. When we say economics is a tough subject, economics is a tough subject. I have to use a singular verb. But economics also means financial aspects. When you use the word economics to convey the meaning, financial aspects, then it takes a plural verb. The economics of the project are not viable. Here I have said are not viable. That is a plural verb. Nothing wrong with that. Same thing goes with statistics also. The word statistics may take a singular verb or may take a plural verb. Either way, based on the context, you have to decide whether it is right or wrong. And amid, there's another word, amidst. Both mean the same, in the middle of. And dissent, we have got many a time. Dissent means oppose, opposing official views or policies of the government. We say there's a dissent. Also, the policies of a party, there's a dissent in the party, we say. Coming to the next news item, Odisha braces for heavy rain as depression forms in Bay. Here, braces. Brace is a medical term. It goes with fixing something, and it can be a noun, it can be a verb, something that fixes. But here, braces for heavy rain means heading for heavy rain or going to receive heavy rain. Here we have another headline. Ukraine hopes that India will review its decision on joining the Swiss peace process, says ambassador. Ambassador, diplomat, they all mean the same, diplomat, ambassador. And here, Ukraine hopes that India will review. Will is a helping verb. We use will or shall in all the future tenses. Future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. There's an important rule you have to recollect. What is that rule? If the subject is first person singular or plural, that means I or we can use will or shall. But if the subject is any other pronoun, we cannot use shall, we have to use only will. In many exams they've given, the manager shall assign the work tomorrow. That is wrong. We have to say the manager will assign the work tomorrow. We have another headline here. Patient with mpox symptoms isolated, says health ministry. Isolated. Isolation means what? To separate. And when you see the word isolated, you have to think of words like aloof, alone, and being alone or being aloof. Then we say isolated. But isolation, we have one more word you have to think of. Sometimes what happens, tribal people, they get isolated. Then we use the word alienation, and there's a particular concept called tribal alienation. Means tribals not being part of the mainstream. If they are part of the mainstream, we don't use the word isolation or alienation. That is an important word you have to remember. Let us have a look at Shah's visit to Mumbai ahead of election sparks criticism by opposition. All words are simple words. There's nothing to learn as such. But here there's one word, spark. Spark has two or three meanings. One meaning goes with fire, and in this context, it means to trigger. Sparks criticism means that triggers criticism. Tamil Nadu prison officials engage convicts in housework booked. There's an important word here. What is it? Convicts. Convict. As a noun, we have to say convict. And as a verb, convict. What does it mean? When someone files a case, I've given many a time, there are four or five words you have to recollect. A person who files the case is known as a plaintiff. The person who defends himself, a defendant. And the whole process is called trial. And if the person is found innocent, that means not committed crime, that person will be acquitted. If the judge feels the person has committed crime, we use the word guilty, and the person is convicted. Convict, verb form. Convict, noun form. Here, engage means involve convicts in housework, domestic work. Based on that, they have been booked. An important word, based on one word, you can recollect a lot of words. Here we have a few snippets. Ahead of GST Council meet, Seoul calls for urgent reforms. Again, calls for, demands for. Clash over dancing on DJ music leaves three dead in Chhattisgarh. DJ means a disc jockey. There are two words you have to know. One is DJ, the other one RJ. RJ means a radio jockey, and DJ means a disc jockey. What do they mean? If you take a radio, there is a particular program, and at the time of the program, a person tells about the program or talks about, let's say it's all about playing songs, tells us about the songs and tells us about the people, the persons behind. That person is called radio jockey. And here, if there is a discotheque or disco, dance related to dance, and the person who plays music, who mixes music, he is known as disc jockey. And the short, we use the letters usually, RJ and DJ, disc jockey, a radio jockey. We have another headline here that is death toll in UP building collapse rises to 8. Government forms probe panel. There are two or three words very important. Toll, Toll. It means number, and it also goes with usually goes with accidents, death, typical combination. And rise, collapse means coming down. Building, it goes with buildings. Building collapsed. Rises, raise. I tell students always. Rise is an intransitive verb, irregular verb. What are the three forms? Rise, rose, risen, and raise, RAISC. That is a regular verb. Raise, raised, raised. Always you should know these two, and raise a regular verb and also a transitive verb. Usually a teacher says raise your hands. That is a your hands object. That is a regular verb. We have another news item. Homeless Odisha woman gang raped for months. Homeless Odisha woman gang raped for months. Nothing to learn but disturbing news item. Spiritual speaker arrested in Tamil Nadu for demeaning disabled teacher. Demean means to insult, to look down upon. Here, spiritual speaker doing that again not acceptable. Based on that, the person was arrested for demeaning disabled teacher. Tamil Nadu formulates draft SOP, excuse me, to tackle coastal zone violations. Not all are simple words, but for tackle. Tackle means what to deal with. It goes with problems or usually issues or problems. We have another headline: Stalin, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's statement. Visit Tamil Nadu and show your children its heritage. Stalin. Tamil Nadu is known for temples. Tamil Nadu is known as the state with the maximum number of temples. Tamil Nadu in India, which is a state with maximum number of temples? The answer is Tamil Nadu. That's all for today. I hope you guys have got enriched. Have a nice day.